that's not doing that. PM parent rig joint to the world. So world equals true. So if there's a matching joint that has the word rig in it, parent it to that matching joint. If it's not there, that means it's the top joint, and parent it to the world. Okay. That one worked. Then, for that joint, we're going to run a function called hookup joint, comma, rig joint, which is a function I haven't made yet. So let's make it now. Which is a very simple function. That's going to need 2 arguments. So let's copy this, bring it down, definition, hookup joint, and it's going to be looking for joint and rig joint variables. So, and I feel like there should be a better way to do that, like a more like, so it doesn't have to specifically be joint, rig joint, because if I were to do something else and I wanted to do hookup joint, I would have to make sure that my variables were the same. It serves its purpose for right now, but that's something I think I want to look at. Why is this stuff not indenting the way it should? It's really weird. It was doing it before. Def hookup. Okay, something's up because this def is different than this def, right? And maybe that's just because def joint. Let's put that down here. Now it's pink. So it's probably pink because I haven't made it yet. See, it looks like it wants to, and then it looks like it goes back. I wonder if I've got something's weird going on here. And according to this over here, I've got something wrong. PM delete that, so I need, oh, maybe this is why. Look at that. That's why that was happening. I had an error, so that's a cool thing. This thing shows me my errors. Boom, look at that, it works. All right, hookup joint, rig joint, which means that it's coming from here. Figure out if I have to use those names or if I can just say X and Y, or it's, in a way that it would look for string and string or something. I don't know. But point being, 2 quick commands. And I'm going to cheat here, or a couple quick commands, I guess. I'm going to cheat here. I'm just going to, since this one's short, just going to kind of copy it over. So the thing that I'm more interested in is this rig joint thing. And I need to rename this, though. That's the problem for copying. So I'm going to take Python point constraint, orient constraint. So it's going to create those 0 offset, weight 1, and and then here's a nice thing about PyML. So I'm going to take my rig joint scale, connect it directly to my original joint scale. Then I'm going to select that joint and lock the channels, which is what we did before. So let's give this a go. So I'm going to grab my hierarchy here. don't, for this rig, I think, need some of these end joints, but I'm going to leave them for now. It'll probably be easier just to go through and delete them when I realize I don't need them. So I'm going to grab this, and then what I'm going to do is delete that. I don't need that in here. And what I'm going to do is create rig joints right here. Okay. Play. Warning, unknown object type joint. Okay, so let's unknown object type joint. I'm really glad that it told me where that unknown object type. So type joint, I'm guessing it's lowercase because I'm an idiot. So save that. Let's try this again. Boom. However, the replace, bind, and rig didn't work. Why is that? Right, I've got the word bind here. So why didn't that work? Right, replace bind, format rig, if it PM object exists. Right, if object exists, oh wait, joint name, joint replace, right, yeah. Joint name, joint replace, bind with rig. Okay. Rig joint equals joint name, right? Rig joint. Create a joint. Its name is joint name. Joint name should be joint name. Create rig joints. Let's see. I'm just going to do those. Hips rig joint. Okay, created hips rig joint. So let's look in our node editor here and see where that is constrained to. Left ball rig joint. Okay, so the rig joints are going here. Other than that first one, probably has to do maybe with that indenting thing that I ran into. So let's just do that. Hook up joint rig joint, right? Hook up joint, rig joint, control. All right, so maybe there's a problem in the hookup here. Right, point constraint, rig joint, comma joint. Now, because the constraints are working, it's the parent, PM parent, rig joint, world true. Okay, rig joint parent 0 dot, oh, I still have to do, that's why. I still have to do this part. And that was my problem. And there it is. So, because I started with the hips in the selection, that created the hips as the top joint, and since there wasn't a rig joint that matched it,